بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So here what we'll do is we'll try to see how I can copy the files from the local machine. So you have the local PC, which is having the files and how you can copy them to the VM machine. So the VM machine, whether you're running inside the GNS3 in the form of VM, using the VMware or any other VM workstations, or you're doing it inside the EVNG based on the actual physical network, the management network or the actual physical network which you are connecting. So in my case, I'm using this 15.x. That is my actual network or the physical network which we are using. So this is something a little bit important, especially when you're doing the labs. Any labs, it can be relating to the firewalls or SD-WAN. You can see this is the wireless network which I'm using, that 15.131. That's my local IP, and the same IP which I'm connecting to my router to connect to the internet. And my requirement is I want to copy some files because most of the time you need to copy some softwares to the VM. Like in my case right now, let's say I need to copy some TFTP software, or you may want to copy some WinSCP software, or maybe you need to copy some images or anything. It can be files, or the license files or any other. Like in the SD-WAN, we need the license files required on the VM to upload. Or if you're using this Firepower or any other firewall labs, you need to copy some ASDM files or some other files. So the one option is you can connect this VM to the internet. That's what I think I showed in a separate the previous time. So we can simply connect this to the internet, and you can just open the Gmail where you have the link, and you can simply download the files from there or download from the internet, or you can simply download from the internet. That is one option. But again, I figured out that is quite a lengthy option to do it because you need to access the Gmail inside. Again, that is again another easier option. I'm not saying that's not an option. That is another option. But what I'll do is I'll try to use an alternate way to do the same thing where we can create a shared folder. If you have worked on system side a little bit, you might be aware of these shared folders. So what I'll do is I'll create one shared folder called VM1 anything, and I'll copy the files on the shared folder because they connect to the same network, same subnet, and on the cloud or the management network. You can do the same thing in the GNS3. So here in my case, if I go back to my Eve NG, which I'm using here, so that's where I have the PC. And I'll be copying some files to this PC. As you can see here, I do have some of the options which we have to enable. So let's go back to my PC here. This is my PC inside the VM. So what we have to do, the first thing, they should be connecting to the local subnet. And if you remember, if you're using the EVNG, you need to make sure that you are connecting this to the cloud, the management interface, which is typically connecting to my physical network. So make sure that you have that interface. And in my case, we have three interfaces. So I'm going to enable that interface. Okay. The internet interface. Of course, this is a management, this side and this side. We are not bothered about these two right now, as our focus is more on this interface. Now, when you go back to this interface, you will see it will identify and get the IP address from the DHCP server. Because if you go back to this interface, you can see it is getting the IP from the 15.105 subnet, which means as per my topology, this is getting the IP of 105, which is getting from the DHCP server, which is my internet router here. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll simply copy. What we'll do, we'll simply, I can simply download from the internet as well. Okay. You can just go and, one option is you can, once you connect to the internet, now what I can do is I can simply go to my internet, because now you're able to access the internet files. So if you have the links inside the Gmail or wherever it is, you can just open up and get access to that. That is one option. The second option, you can just go and search on the Google. So if you're downloading some free source tools, And if you can find those tools available on the internet, then you can just simply go and download some softwares like Cisco TFTP or WinSCP, like we did in the SD-WAN lab, WinSCP, or any other softwares, whatever is required. You can just go and search and download it on the internet. So as of now, in this case, you can just log into your email ID or whatever and get access to that, and you can log. As of now, I'm not showing that. The other option is download from the internet, because again, there are some softwares you may not be available at the time with a license. So already I have shared some links. So I recommend you to connect and download from the internet. Or what I'll do is, in my case, I'm going to create one simple folder. Let's say some name of the folder on the desktop or anywhere, like the VM shared folder. I'll just give the name here, and we'll change the properties. And if you know some system admin site, little bit roles, sharing, folder sharing, you might be aware of, where you can go to the folder and you can say simply share this folder, and the permissions you can give full control to be able to copy and delete remotely. Now, once I enable the sharing of this folder, now I can go to my physical computer, the local PC. So I can just simply go and say, I can just go and say, I can just go to my Explorer, the Windows folder, Explorer. And from here, I can type in / what is the IP address? 192.168.15.105. So you can see there are a lot of slashes here. I use the same way, 15.105. That's the IP address. It will ask you some username and the password for the first time. So let me say, I hope it is 105. You can also check the reachability if it is the reachability also you can check, but I think that's not required for me. Most likely, I think it works normally. If it doesn't come up, then I'll try to check my reachability. Let's say 15.105. You can see I'm able to reach out the VM machine. So most likely I should be able to open up 105. Yeah, you can see I'm able to open up. You can see it's asking me the username and the password. So the password is test123. I think that's a Windows machine password. Again, I have to check the username and the password is correct on. So use a different account. Just make sure that you have the username and the password of the Windows machine which I'm using, because the remote device is my server. So I'm going to connect that. So once you provide the right credentials, you can see the shared folder which I've just created. Now it's very easy now. Now wherever you have the softwares, you can just download. In my case, I need some softwares, anything like the Cisco TFTP. That is something I'm expecting. So let me see if I can locate that. So this is the same folder. So here I'm expecting, you can copy any software. So here I'm expecting the TFTP option. So try to locate that particular file, and you can see this is a Cisco TFTP option. I can copy it from here to here, which means now I'm copying it from the local machine to here because I want to use TFTP. Similarly, you can just copy any of the options, whatever the softwares or whatever the files. Like if you're doing SD-WAN, you might require some of the certificate files or licensing files. If you're using a firewalls like in the ASDM files, there will be some images which is required for you to download. The other option you can directly download from the internet. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back to the PC. So I should see this folder coming up here. Again, the issue you can see here, it's a RAR file. I don't have the WinZip or WinRAR software. So either if I have, I can copy it from my local drive, or you can download from the internet. So I'll just show you download. So we'll simply download this. This download will take more slower time because that's one of the challenge you will see inside the VM. So that's the reason I generally prefer this shared option or the Google Drive. You can also just try the Google Drive, but let's cover up this one as well. So, or you can download on the local machine and copy it from the shared folder either way. Okay. So as you can see, the process is a little bit slower because it's a virtual machine with the minimum resources we have allocated for this. And that's the reason it will take some time. So let me click again and see the download section. It has to download. Click on the file. I know this, how to do. So I'm expecting this has to come up in the download. I think it's already downloaded. The problem is I could not see the bottom of the window here. So now I can just simply open up this inside my downloads so I can install this. So this is inside the VM machine. So whether you are running any VM, let's say you're running this VM on the ESXi or the VMware or inside the EVE-NG or the GNS3, wherever you connect, this is how you can connect to the local network and you can copy the files. Because this is something often you require the files to copy from your local machine to the VM machine. So I generally use this way. I used to use initially like the Gmail internet downloads, but then this is a more easier option and the safer option. You can copy it. So let's see. Anyway, this is not required. So I'll close this shared folder and we'll focus on this my machine, the VM machine, and hopefully this is done. And I should go back to my shared folder where I should be able to open up that Cisco TFTP software, because normally these softwares will get corrupt if they are not in the zip formats. That's one of more challenging thing. That's the reason most of the time we save the softwares in the zip format to prevent uh, any changes by any kind of viruses. So now the WinZip is done. So we covered both the options. So now I think I can go back to my Cisco TFTP software and I can go to my desktop folder. I already installed the TFTP, right? So now I can go back to the TFTP and run this software. Okay, so it's simple thing. Again, if you're using TFTP, just make sure that is using the right interface. So this way you can copy the files from your local machine. And that's what we did from the local machine to the VM machine, whether it is running on any of the VM softwares. Especially, as I said, while you are using the labs, whether the firewall labs, any advanced labs, especially SD-WAN firewalls or any advanced labs, you require mostly some of the softwares and the files to be copied to inside the VM to use them.